What if you could create perfect designs in a layered pattern that look impossible? Today I'm going to be showing you how to use liquid mask to create stunning gel prints. Stick around to the end. The reveal is so satisfying. Hi everyone, it's Dave, and welcome back. Today we're going to be exploring liquid masks, or masking fluids. We'll answer, what techniques can you use with masking fluid? How does masking fluids actually work? And what the pros and cons of masking fluid are. So without any further delay, let's get started. Let's get our supplies together. You're going to need a gel plate, a brayer, some acrylic paint, white paper, masking fluid or liquid mask, and marking tools or stencils or combs or whatever you'd like to use. By the end of this video, you should be able to answer all three of these questions. Here are the first three steps for creating your image. You're going to create your background first. Laying out the paint is very important that you get a nice, smooth, and thin layer to start with. So take your brayer and you're going to just roll it out. How you do this is 100% up to you. In fact, you'll see here in a minute that I decided this was a little too long face, and so I made some changes to it. Okay, you're going to place the paper over the plate, and you're going to give it a good rub. The whole point of giving it a rub is to get good contact between the paper and the paint on the plate. Got to let it dry. Now, pull your print. Now, that's a little too much on my face, and I didn't like the way the border looked, so I trimmed that off after this. I'm going to lighten this up by adding a thin layer of the pink, and it'll mute that first print. You can see that I trimmed that paper off. Let's do the pull. And you can see now it's nice and light. I'm going to apply the masking liquid now. You can decide whatever you want to put down. I'm just putting down some geometrics, keep it simple. With the masking fluid, you need to put down enough masking fluid that you can get a hold of it, because it does dry like a rubber. And you really want to be able to work with it after the fact. So don't make it too thin. Now you're going to put that to the side and let it dry completely. You're going to layer your prints now. You're going to make a print and do some mark making. And you're going to create, at least I'm creating a second layer. And possibly a third. These are contrasting colors to my first layer, or my base layer. Now I have sped a lot of these up and mixed things so that this video wasn't too long. Now I'm going to use stencils with this to do some mark making. This stencil I got off Joggles, and I really like Joggles material. Medical exam paper. This is not a waste. What I'm pulling down here is going to be pulled and will be used later on for collage work. That's not bad. Okay, I'm going to add another layer. This is zinc white, and I believe that was parchment by Liquitex. Nice even layer. I'm going to put another stencil down. I'm going to do the same thing I did last time by lifting some of that paint out. Now, what I'm doing with the Brayers, I'm trying to get into each part of the stencil. I decided I wasn't getting enough of it with this stencil, so I went by hand. I went in individually and with my fingers to pull up that paint. And I got a really good lift on this. You can see that. Now this is my pickup layer. I'm going to put on a nice even layer of the zinc white. Now flipping this over, my mask is dry. Give it a good rub. Use my Brayer to get even pressure around. That's an optional too. Okay, it's time to reveal our print. Now you're going to notice there's a resist to this, and it left some paint down on my plate, and I'll take care of that later. But that's not a bad print. So now on to the final step. I'm going to remove the masking. I sped this up 3 times. This is a slow process. Be patient. And at the same time that it's slow, it's also pretty satisfying. Because when you pull this all up, you're going to have nice, clean lines that go all the way down to the base. But it does take time. You have to struggle with it. It's part of the process. So there you go. That's our final print. Got a lot of depth of that. Let's talk about the pros and cons of using masking fluids. Pros are you can create some resist lines with sharp edges, peel off easily with a satisfying reveal, and allows complex layering of designs. The cons? It takes time for it to dry. It's hard to control the fine detail work, and it can tear the paper if applied too thickly. So let's recap. Today, we just scratched the surface in ways you can make marks and create depths in your print using liquid mask to create a barrier or a resist, if you may, to the water-based acrylic paints, which prevents them from sticking to your paper. So, which design would you try first? Drop it in the comments. If you enjoyed this, like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss any future printmaking tutorials that I'll put out. So that's it for me today. I'll see you next time. Here's a follow-up video that I think you might enjoy.